Black Ops 7 is now available worldwide, and that means we finally have access to a better gunsmith in Call of Duty. I'm going to show you how weapon build codes work and how you can share builds between friends without that awkwardness of going through each attachment with your mates. Weapon build codes are a brand new feature in Black Ops 7, and they'll also be coming to Warzone when we get the Black Ops 7 integration for Season 1, and it'll work in the same way as it does for multiplayer and other modes too. So what is a build code? Well, basically it's a string of letters and numbers that identify the attachments on a specific weapon that let you easily share builds between friends and also people that you don't even know. Let's say I want to share this build for the M15 Mod 0 assault rifle. Well, all I need to do is go to my loadout, press whatever button or key to open up the weapon options, and you'll see an option to share the build code for this particular build. When you do that, what it's going to do is open up a UI for you to share this build with your friends, so you can select which friends you want to share it with, and then it will send them an in-game notification so they can import the weapon build into their loadout. You can also just give them the code it creates for you as well, which is shown just below the weapon. You'll be able to share build codes with online friends, so if you have a friend that wants a build but they're not online, you'll either need to send them a picture of the code for them to use later and import it manually, or wait for them to come online so they can automatically do it through the game. If you send a friend a build code, they'll then get a notification which they can then select from their notification list and import the build into their loadouts. One caveat to this though is that if they don't have an attachment unlocked for a weapon, then they'll need to remove those locked attachments before they can actually use the build. I mean, that kind of makes sense anyway if they don't have an attachment unlocked, but it's just something worth noting. What's handy though is that if they still want to use it but keep the build intact for when they do have all of the attachments unlocked, they can then duplicate the build and remove the attachments they can't use so they can then save it for later. Now you might be thinking, that's cool, but what about people I don't have added as friends? How can I use their builds if I see one that I like? Well, firstly, you're going to need to make sure you have kill cams turned on. If you have them turned off, you'll need to go into your settings and then go to the interface section and make sure the skip kill cam setting is disabled. If you do want to keep them disabled, then you can still copy build codes, but it requires one extra step and it's kind of awkward because you don't have a lot of time when you do get killed. But anyway, once you're in a game and you do get killed by someone, if the kill cams are set to skip, you'll need to press a button or key depending on your setup to show the kill cam. That little prompt is just above the player card that killed you, so you can still do it. It's kind of hard to see though, so you need to make sure you know where it is. Once the kill cam is playing, you should see an option to copy the build code in the bottom right corner of the kill feed. Doing that will send an in-game notification to yourself with the build code. Now, I tested this and I couldn't find a way to import a build whilst I was in a match. So if you do copy someone's weapon build midway through a match, you'll need to go back to the lobby to be able to actually set it up and use it. Once you're in the lobby though, you can then open up your notifications and import the weapon build, and it'll send you into your list of weapons so you can use it just as if you were using a build from a friend. I absolutely love this idea because I just know that once Warzone is released and a new meta comes out, it's pretty obvious that everyone's going to be using the same build of a weapon, so we can just copy it during a match and you don't need to go searching for metas anymore. It's pretty cool, right? So try it out with your friends and see what you think. I'm happy we finally had this feature added to the game, and I'm sure it'll become standard across future Call of Duty titles as well. With that said, please drop a like on the video if you found this helpful, and make sure to share this with your friends so they know how to use this feature as well, and subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye!